Annyeonghaseyo, hi guys. So I really wanted to do a video and stuff because I played in a really awesome video game, and I've been wanting to do a reaction video and stuff for not a reaction video, but I wanted to do a review kind of video on it and my things on it and talk about the game. But it's called Life is Strange, and I have an Xbox 360 and I played it, and I got the package where I could download all 5 episodes. And the thing is about Life is Strange is each game is a season, and then each thing is broken up into episodes, like a TV show kind of. But I really want to talk about this. Like, I like this game, and I actually love it so much because it kept my attention that me and my girlfriend are actually going to be cosplaying Max and Chloe. I'm going to be doing Max, and my girlfriend's going to be doing the blue-haired Chloe. So I'm so excited about that. We're going to be doing that at ZenkaiCon next year, so I'm so excited about that. But I'm going to start off and stuff talking about the characters, and I'm going to talk about the different things, like my OTPs, the different endings that you can choose from, Mr. Jefferson, being able to rewind, the nightmare puzzle, which was annoying as heck, the tough subjects, my favorite scenes, feelings, frustrations, kind of thing. So first of all, I'm actually going to go through and talk about each character and stuff. My opinion on the character, what I thought about the character, and different things. So I'm going to start with Max, which is the character I'm going to be cosplaying. I like Max. The thing is, when the character came in, I was just like, because you're playing as Max. That's the character you're playing as. I mean, you're not playing as any other character, you're playing as Max. I liked this character in a sense that she loved photography, but I also loved it that she was like me. I'm a nosy person. I'm not as nosy enough to get myself into too deep into stuff, but I am very nosy when it comes to stuff or something that's going on. I want to find out what's going on, or if there's something, if there's an accident, I want to go see that, or being a little nosy what's going on. I liked that she was I felt like when she found out she could rewind time, I felt like when she was doing this stuff, she had good intentions for what she was doing. She was doing everything she could to help Chloe, or to help, Victoria, or help different characters and stuff, or help, defeat Mr. Jefferson or whatever like that. There are going to be spoilers in this video, so if you haven't played the game, don't watch this video. But I liked the character, not because she had brown hair and my natural hair color is brown, but just because she might act like she doesn't care about something, but that's just the way people perceived her as, and she became very nosy, and some people could say it's annoying, but she had passion for what she was doing. She wanted to help people. She wanted to have friends. She loved Chloe. She wanted to do anything she could to help people with her powers. She wasn't doing it just to pass this test again, retake this test again, or do whatever. But I feel like she had good intentions when it came to her power that she had, and she had to be a little bit selfish, which I feel like not just her, but us playing her, we had to be a little bit selfish sometimes. We could either go and let Chloe die, or we can go and save, our town with our people that obviously didn't give a flying crap about us. But it's one of those things, I liked the character and stuff, and the fact that her and Chloe were kind of like a yin and yang kind of thing. Chloe was Chloe's like this outgoing, spunky, very edgy. She would take risks and everything and wasn't afraid of it. She could say fuck. She didn't care about what people thought about her. And then there was Max, where Max had the confidence issue of people think what people thought about her and stuff. In the beginning, she kind of developed and changed and grew over that she, after a while, she didn't give a fuck what people thought about her. She kind of just, lived her own life. So I think the thing between Chloe and Max, which I'll talk about in my OTP subject, but I liked it because they're like a yin and yang thing, The thing about and I'll talk about my OTP and stuff about the whole thing about some people like shipping Chloe and Max. Some people didn't like it. Some people, obviously, some people obviously shipped Warren and Max, or Chloe and Mr. Jefferson. I don't know why, or that kind of thing. But it all depends. But I feel like I could relate a little more to Max and stuff with her being, you know, kind of an outcast kind of it. You know, people judging her for being weird, that kind of thing. But I feel like she tried to do as best she could with her powers as she could. With Chloe, I like Chloe. Chloe's things that I feel like I like try to be edgy. I try to, you know, not give a fuck what people think about me sometimes, but it doesn't really help. So I think I'm a mixture. I think I'm a mixture of Chloe and Max. But I like Chloe's blue hair first off, but I like her with brown hair too. But I really love her with blue hair. But I feel like I liked Chloe's edginess. I liked that she kind of sprung and she was a spur of the moment kind of thing. She just did it. She didn't even think about it sometimes. She just did it. And sometimes I feel like we overthink things sometimes when it comes to life. And I think after losing her dad, she had a lot of anger in her. And Max leaving and coming back and then losing Rachel and then this kind of thing. It was a lot. And I feel like she kind of thought of the getting high and the getting high and the drinking and, you know, the rebelling as her form of either hiding the pain she was feeling and also kind of like expressing it. And I feel like her always having to have that gun on her that she took away from was it Frank Bowers? I feel like not Frank Bowers. Her stepdad. I feel like she had to have that on her so she could feel like she could wait for her to protect herself. And I feel like when Max kissed Chloe, when she said, "Oh, you're not gonna kiss me," you know, I feel like Chloe liked that Max kissed her, but she just kind of reacted to it. Well, what do you know, kiss me and everything, you know, that kind of thing. She's like, "Whoa, Max," you know. And I feel like she had these snarky remarks and stuff and these comebacks and everything just so as a way that was kind of an instinct for her because she felt like she had to have a way to protect herself. And with Max coming back in her life, I feel like, and then losing Rachel and then Max coming back into her life, it was kind of like and then losing her dad in the beginning, it was kind of like it was a lot for her. And I feel like that was her way, rebelling was kind of her outlet. But I love the character. I love Max and Chloe so freaking much. Mr. Jefferson, oh my god, he's such an asshole. In the beginning, I felt like there was something off about Mr. Jefferson. Big spoiler alert, Mr. Jefferson is the killer. Is the psycho. In the beginning, I really saw them having so much of a focus on Mr. Jefferson. I felt like there was something off about him, but I didn't expect didn't expect the outcome I did from it, which was kind of like a what? But I feel like he was just kind of arrogant, and he was very arrogant, and I feel like his personality kind of rubbed me the wrong way, which I'm like, but I didn't like it, especially when they were in the dark room. I didn't like the way he was talking to Victoria or talking to Max. It was very narcissistic. It was just annoying, and I just kind of wanted to punch him in the face. He seemed like a real asshole. But moving on to Victoria. Victoria's a little... She had her nice moments, and I feel like, but she was also a bitch too, because she was this popular girl, and I feel like this is also her thing too, was Victoria felt like she acted like a bitch. She could protect herself. But I felt like something about Victoria just kind of rubbed me the wrong way too, because she would go being nice to Max, and then or like Max saved her, and then she'd go being a bitch. But like I feel like her going back and forth was a little bit of how normal girls are. They can be nice to your face, or they can do one thing or another. It's kind of like switching personalities real quickly, which I'm very glad that Max did save her, because it's like, Max has that kind of, she has that humanity for people, and she has that feeling for people that she wants to help people no matter how badly they treat her, especially Victoria. But I feel like her and Nathan Prescott kind of like, I don't know. I just feel like they kind of were bad influences on each other. Kate Marsh. Kate Marsh, like, she was seemed like a very timid, obviously she was this like, you know, very sheltered church girl. But I felt like when I picked the thing where I tried to save her. I didn't know you could save her from committing suicide. But I tried, and I tried as best I could because I didn't want her to die because, you know, she was scared. She didn't know what to do. And I felt like there was a lot there, and you didn't get to see a lot of the pressure that she got to go through. And I feel like if I go back and play it again, which I probably will in the future, I don't normally like to play the game more than once after I played it, like, for so long. But I feel like I actually went on YouTube and I watched the other way. If you did save her, you'd go to visit the hospital and stuff. And I feel like I wish I would have saved her because when she fell and she jumped, I'm just like, oh my God, no! And I feel like the outcome would have been a lot different and stuff, instead of seeing me as the killer and stuff because, you know. But I feel like she was a really good friend to Max, and Max tried as hard as she could to help her, which is a huge thing on, like, the issues that I'll talk about and stuff, was, like, mental health issues and everything. Frank Bowers, oh my gosh, Frank Bowers and his dog, Pompidou, or Cujo. First off, the dog was freaking adorable, and I feel like it's kind of one of those things that, you know, how you raise a dog and stuff. I feel like the dog wasn't vicious, obviously, but he was trained a little bit, you know, so he was vicious when he wasn't vicious when Frank Bowers didn't sick him on somebody. But the thing about Frank Bowers is he can come off as an asshole and stuff because he was a drug dealer, and he was also Rachel Amber's lover. They had a thing for each other, and I feel like if you talk about Pompidou or Rachel, he kind of gets like a sensitive side to him. And I feel like he was really hurt when Rachel went missing because he didn't expect that to happen. But I feel like he was a real asshole, but then I also feel like he was still a human being sometimes, and I feel like he also felt like he had to defend himself or protect himself with the shit that he was going through. I think that's just his personality. But it was just like, I feel like he was a mixture of being an asshole and not an asshole, if that makes any sense. But I think he had cool tattoos and stuff, especially one on his neck. But I feel like when he talked about Rachel Amber, I feel like he kind of, he had this soft side for her, because I think he really did love her. Obviously Rachel Amber had a connection to Chloe, because Chloe, I feel like Chloe loved Rachel Amber, and I feel like Rachel Amber just saw Chloe as a friend, but I don't really know that. But I liked Rachel Amber. I feel like Rachel Amber and Chloe's personalities meshed a lot, because Rachel Amber, she was this pretty girl. She was popular, but I feel like she had a rebellious side and stuff, and she actually had a very rich father. But I feel like the dynamic that Rachel and Chloe had was like very, you know, obviously they were best friends, you know, and so I feel like, but Rachel, I feel like, was very influenced. Obviously she fell for Nathan Prescott, and he, you know, Nathan Prescott is the one that killed her. I don't feel like he, obviously in the game said he didn't mean to kill her. He was trying to, he looked up to Mr. Jefferson, I feel like, and he was trying to do what Mr. Jefferson does, but Mr. Jefferson didn't kill him, and he mistakenly, Nathan Prescott mistakenly killed her, and so, and he also sells drugs, and he was just this very naive, like, college kid, and I feel like, you know, Victoria and him were the kind of, you know, Nathan Prescott, obviously, his dad owned the school. He was a very rich, spoiled kid, and he felt like he could get away with anything, even having a gun. I feel like there's also a lot of mental stuff up there that he was very fucked up in the head. And I feel like if he would, I feel like he was a very fucked up in the head, and that's what influenced him a lot, and I don't think he didn't really mean to kill her. But I feel like there was a lot of bad intentions with that boy. And I feel like with him being rich, he could get away with a lot of it, and his dad could daddy could pay it off and stuff. And And the last person, Warren. Warren being, going ape, kind of thing. My girlfriend actually cosplays Warren, and so she's also gonna be cosplaying Chloe. But he was one of the really good friends of Max. And I feel like, Warren really liked Max more than a friend. And I feel like he was really jealous and stuff when she started getting close to Chloe and spending so much time with Chloe. And I feel like he got really jealous of that. But if you play, there's another ending and stuff that you can actually go to the movies with Warren, be with Chloe, and Kay Mosh is still alive and everything. So I feel like my girlfriend ships Warren with Max, but I don't. I feel like he's just a really good friend and everything, but I know, because I'm more of a Chloe Max kind of girl, but I feel like he's more of a friend. But, I mean, you could go either route and stuff if you want to be with him. But I feel like he's a really nice guy, and he really had good intentions with protecting Max, especially when he got the crap beat out of him by Nathan Prescott. So it's one of those things. Okay, let's move on to the endings and talking about endings and stuff. There's 2 endings and stuff in the game and stuff when you get to the storm. You could either save Chloe or save Arcadia Bay. And if you saved Arcadia Bay, you'd have to go back in time and let Chloe die, which I feel like I didn't want to do it. First of all, because I love Chloe, Chloe's Bay, but also when you spend the whole game going back in time and trying to save Chloe multiple times, I feel like letting Chloe die in the end would just been a waste of time, because I've spent all this time trying to save Chloe and doing all this stuff and trying to save her. Why wouldn't I just let her die in the beginning? The first time she died when Nathan shot her. And on Arcadia Bay, I mean, in the end, Chloe and Max get to go off at each other if you save Chloe. And I wanted that ship to sail together. But also there's a lot of stuff in Arcadia Bay that, I don't know. I didn't really have much of a passion with saving Arcadia Bay. Obviously, Chloe's mom, I wanted her to live. Warren, I didn't want anything to happen to him. But besides that, there really wasn't any other characters I really cared about saving. So me saving Chloe kind of was a no-brainer for me. But I have seen people choosing saving Arcadia Bay. More people have showed saving Chloe, because if you save Arcadia Bay, obviously they kiss at the end, but it's a goodbye kiss and it's very sad, and I wouldn't be able to deal with that. OTPs and ships. So I've heard, obviously Nathan Prescott and Victoria together, Warren and Max. I've heard, weird fucked up thing, I've heard of Chloe and Mr. Jefferson, Victoria and Mr. Jefferson. Obviously you show things at the end. Rachel Amber and Chloe. Kate Mosh wasn't with anything. Pompidou wasn't with anybody. But Warren with either Chloe or Max. Max and Chloe, which is the main one for me. But you hear a lot of, Warren and Chloe. I mean, Warren and Chloe. Warren and Max, or Chloe and Max. Those kind of ships were the main ones. But my ultimate ship is Chloe and Max. I love them. Because me and my girlfriend would be cosplaying something. The next thing would be being able to rewind. I thought my girlfriend personally, when she watched the game, she didn't like the idea of being able to rewind and stuff when you make a decision and everything, get an opportunity to get a choice to do it. Because if you make a choice, you don't want to regret going back, because it does kind of make you second guess your decision. But also, if you make a decision and you don't like the outcome, I feel like giving the opportunity to rewind kind of was interesting, because a lot of the games I played before, you only get one chance, and it kind of but by the time you get at the end of the game, you're like, oh fuck, I don't like this, and then you have to go back and play the whole game again, and it would be kind of like annoying. You're like, I don't want to do this now, so you have to kind of deal with the ending you get. But I liked being able to rewind at certain points and stuff, and also when I'll be talking about the nightmare puzzle, I like being able to rewind if I messed up and not have to start that section over again. because that would be really nice. So I thought it was really interesting being able to rewind and have that kind of power. It give it a really interesting kind of thing. And other things would happen too. So you got to see the outcome of the first time, and then you rewind it, and then you get to make, see the new outcomes. So you kind of get to see more outcomes than one. Mr. Jefferson. I already talked about him. I fucking hated that character so much. I just wanted to punch him in the face. I'm glad that he got the crap beat out of him and stuff by Chloe's stepdad in the end. But it was one of those things that I was just like, thank gosh. I didn't get to talk about Chloe's biological father. I liked the character and stuff before he died. I liked the dynamic and stuff. I like how the dynamic between her and her dad. Her stepdad, who was the security guard, who became kind of an asshole, kind of. But I feel like that character was complicated because he could be an asshole, but I feel like he had good intentions of protecting his family. And I feel like he was very rough around the edges. So you could kind of take him as... But in the end, he saved Max. He cared about Chloe. And when you reveal to him, before you rewind, that Chloe was dead... after Mr. Jefferson shot her, he was very heartbroken. And seeing that kind of personality out of him was very interesting, and I liked that. The tough subjects. Obviously, this talks about death, with Chloe dying in the first time. You almost think she's going to die. She's dead for good when Mr. Jefferson shoots her in the head. And also with Rachel Amber getting killed and pretty much being buried, and those people being buried, and, Kate Moss committing suicide, and it was just a lot of difficult subjects. Obviously, if you have a thing for, if you have a rough time with being triggered with suicide, this can be a very difficult game to get through, but I thought it was very interesting, and it kind of made you like, but yeah, the nightmare puzzle, holy freaking crap, that goddamn nightmare puzzle. There was a puzzle in the game and stuff near the end of the game where you had to go through, like, the art gallery, and there was Mr. Jefferson's walking around with a light, and you didn't want to get caught by them. Well, the thing is, I went through a few times and stuff for, like, an hour going through the same thing. I thought you just had to avoid him for a certain amount of time, and then the cutscene or whatever. Well, I had to look it up and everything because I was really confused. Well, I had to realize you had to avoid the Mr. Jeffersons through the art gallery, and you had to face the lighthouse, go towards the lighthouse, but there was a path, but you couldn't get caught. And then the next part was you had to go through the junkyard, and you couldn't get caught by, certain characters, and then you had to go through the lockers and stuff and everything of the school. But they were only, like, cut sections and stuff. And then you had to go through, obviously, to go through the thing, stay away from Nathan Prescott, stay away from Warren for one part, stay away from the security guard, obviously Chloe's stepdad. And it was really interesting. And then you got to a statue, which was the founder's statue, and it was saying how you're like a murderer, and then you get caught, and if it caught you with the lights and stuff that rotated, then you would get caught, and you'd have to rewind and then do that again. You had to hide behind these things. And that was really interesting because that was really difficult, because if you didn't time it right and get through a certain spot, it would be annoying because you'd have to rewind and go back. But that was probably the most difficult part through the whole game, was the nightmare puzzle, the nightmare that Max was having, getting through that. I had a little help, obviously, because I had to look up, what to do. But getting through it on your own, there's been no way to cheat that. It was all timing and everything. But I feel like it was really interesting because it kind of made you go, you were kind of holding your breath the whole freaking time I was doing it. But I remember saying fuck enough times and stuff when I was going through it. My favorite scenes would have to be when Max kissed Chloe in the bedroom and stuff, and I'm just like, oh my god, they kissed. But even though it was like a split second, and then the end where there's Chloe and Max and they're at the lighthouse, and there's like the big giant tornado, and it was just, I think they did a great job with the tornado, because when it did show up, you're like, because you could feel the power of the tornado. Obviously not the power of the tornado, because the tornado's not here, but you could feel it on the game, where you could feel the anxiousness and just like the the waiting for it, and I thought that was really freaking interesting. The feels. This game brought you on like a kind of a roller coaster. You got frustrated, you got angry, you got sad, you got excited, and it was one of those things that you felt. That's why I think I liked the game so much, which I was excited about playing it, was because the way each episode ended and stuff ended in a way that either it left you with a cliffhanger for the next episode to play the next episode, or it left you going, oh, or you still had questions and stuff. So I feel like it kept you excited, because when the tornado happened, you're like, oh my god, it showed up. Or when Chloe got shot the first time in the bathroom, and you're like, or whatever, or they found Rachel Amber, you're like, oh my god, Or when Chloe got caught in the rails of the train, you had to get her out of the way. It really made you go, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. It was, it kept me interesting, and I feel like the feels, it kind of was like a roller coaster. There was happy moments, sad moments, scary moments, angry moments. It really, there was a lot of feels in this game. So I feel like it's a lot more interesting when you're playing it than when you're actually watching it, because you're making the decisions and you're on the ride with the game. Frustrations. I think I was very frustrated on certain parts where I didn't know what to do. Like, obviously one specific time when there's the tornado and part of it hits, and you have to go to the Three Whales, which is the diner, and it's gonna blow up, and you have this like this live wire that's gonna like catch the oil and like blow up the thing. The thing is, you have to go and find sand to stop the obviously the trail. And the thing is, they don't tell you that, so you're walking around, and then you have to rewind again because the thing blows up, or goes too fast and that kind of thing. So it was very frustrating. So I had to Google and stuff what I had to do, and obviously you had to let it blow up once, rewind, then go to the pile of sand and stuff, and it would give you the option. Because the first time, if you didn't let it blow up once and rewind, it wouldn't have triggered anything. So I had to Google that to find that out. So that helps me a lot. But in the end, I love this game. This game was probably one of my favorites. And if you actually want to check out, they're going to be releasing a game, the first episode and everything for Life is Strange Before the Storm. It's going to be August 31st. August 31st, they're going to be releasing the first episode. And this game is like, they're supposed to be releasing two. This is actually not by the company that released Life is Strange. It's actually by a sister company. For this one, it's obviously Life is Strange Before the Storm. This is actually going to be, you're actually going to be playing as Chloe. This is going to be before the storm happened, there's actually going to be, you're going to be playing through the time that Max left, and, between the time Max left and, when she came back. So you're going to be playing when Chloe's dad died, when Chloe was actually with Rachel Amber. You're actually going to get more play through with Rachel Amber and stuff as Chloe. Because in the first game, you got to hear about her, but you didn't actually get to see her as a character in the game. As actual, not playable character, but like a character you interacted with. So this is before Chloe had brown hair, Chloe had blue hair, Chloe had blue hair, so you're going to get to see more of what happened when Chloe's dad got killed, that kind of thing. And I like that Chloe's getting her own thing. I wish it was more Max up. I'm actually really excited and everything. But I'm excited to see more of Chloe's background and get her getting her own game. I think this is going to be 5 episodes, obviously just like the game. But this is kind of like a prequel kind of to prequel and not prequel kind of. But I'm actually really interested because you'll get to see more Chloe and stuff. I think you'll be able to see when she dyes her hair blue, I guess. I don't know. But I watched like 20 minutes. I watched was it first 20 minutes of it, and it looked really good. Obviously you get to see the interaction between Chloe and Rachel Amber. But I know the company that released this. Obviously, this game is not, because people were waiting for a sequel and stuff after Chloe and Max left or after Arcadia Bay survived, that kind of thing. But this is not from the company that made the game. This is from a sister company, but they wanted to do something like that. obviously for this to do more a Chloe based game. They haven't announced it yet, but they are going to be doing, there has been talks that they are going to release a sequel to the game and stuff. Obviously, there'll be Life is Strange 2. But I'm excited because I want to see what happens after that. Because if you pick Save Chloe, they kind of just ride off into the sunset. And if you save Arcadia Bay, I didn't know what happens if you do save Arcadia Bay. I don't know what happens with that. But I think Max ends up going back and going back to Warren and stuff and all those other family stuff. But I'm actually interested to see that. So August 31st, they'll be releasing Life is Strange Before the Storm. So if you want to check that out, I know it's going to be for Xbox One and other things, but I don't know if they're going to be for Xbox 360. I'm hoping so I can play it. If not, I'll have to just watch this one and wait for the second release. But I really like this game. I would recommend playing the game and stuff over watching somebody play it, because if you watch somebody play it, I feel like it may not be as interesting as people. Obviously, my girlfriend got kind of bored watching it, but I feel like if you play through it, I feel like it's more interesting because you're actually you're making the decisions and you feel responsible for the game, for the choices you make. So I would recommend actually playing it. It's not that it's. I think I paid like $13 or $14 to buy all 5 episodes and stuff. I think the first episode was free, and then I bought all 5 episodes together so I could play them consecutively, in order. So that wasn't that bad. But it was a very fun game. I've never actually had such a connection with a game. I've never had such a passion for a game before. But definitely Life is Strange is definitely an awesome freaking game. And I'm sorry the video is like 31 minutes. I'm sorry, but I wanted to get everything in it. And I'm so freaking excited to be doing cosplaying Max and stuff with my Chloe, my girlfriend JC Cosplay. So if you want to see that, you guys can check us out and stuff in ZeikaiCon next year, which is in May. We're going to be doing Max and Chloe. So if you guys want to check us out, if you want to check out, you guys can look in the bottom box and stuff. I open my links for my cosplay Facebook page, my Snapchat, my DeviantArt, my Instagram. Go like, follow, comment, subscribe. Also, I put my girlfriend's links down there, so you go check out her stuff too, and check out her YouTube channel and her cosplay page and stuff. Also, give this video lots and lots of likes. I would love you guys so much. I'd be very, very grateful. Also, while you're at the like button, go click subscribe and everything so you don't miss any of my other vlogs, my cosplay, my vlogs, my song covers, my K-pop music reactions and stuff. I've released 1 or 2 reaction videos already, so go check them out. I love you guys so much, and I hope you guys go check out Life is Strange game, because you guys won't regret the game. You guys will love it so much. Annyeong!